Hello, 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 everybody. It's another evening of Monday Magic. I hope you've already grabbed those wings and the wine and you're sitting comfortably. Again, I'm Jeanette Hill, JW Hill Productions. We're going to see another episode of our stage play, No Ordinary Days. It's going to show what the Strong family is doing this week when it comes to how they're handling mental illness and how sometimes the people that need the help don't know that they need the help. So sit back and let's look at No Ordinary Days.
Man, Ma, I almost have to dirt out there.
Oh, what now?
You know, your boy's about to show his stuff. It was close.
Boy, I know you better not get kicked out of school for fighting.
Nah, it was nothing like that. I was going to have to step up and help Uncle Dave handle his business. You know.
Man, it wasn't gonna be no fight. I'm gonna knock them boys on
David,
that.
what happened?
Hey, it was self-defense or family defense. I could have let Uncle Dave handle both of the Henderson boys alone.
Man, I ain't need no help. I can handle two jokers on a bad day.
Wait, the Henderson boys?
Yeah, they tried to walk up Uncle Dave, and you know he wasn't about to back down.
Man, Dylan, about what? Why do you call or text me?
Yeah, right, Mama. Hey, bro, you hold that punch while I text my mom. They're trying to take his back, and you
Man, I spent 8 years spent out singing. Put my life on the line for this country. You think I can't handle some street bullets? Look, ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me.
You've been down on 2nd Street again, haven't you?
So what you know, I don't do drugs. I use medical marijuana for medicinal purpose. Just have to jump on my eyes.
Boy, you know there's nothing wrong with your eyes. You can see your way down there well enough.
See how well that works? I got 20/20 for a nickel bag.
Okay, just don't let that weed get you so crazy that you get yourself killed and my son hurt.
Look, I'm a veteran, United States Marine Corps, and they dream about messing with me. They better wake up and have a heart attack. And anyway, it wasn't about no weed. They didn't like my answer to their question.
What was the question?
They asked me, what was it like to have a mama who was crazy? And I asked them, what was it like to have a mama who was a hoe?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Why do you bring him home, Josh?
bring him home. You know what he's like when he takes his medicine.
Josh, that's not funny. Well, we're going to have to figure out what to do when Simone gets home.
But Uncle David didn't do anything wrong.
Look, I'm about to snatch fire to the ass for sure.
Yeah, and they only half your age and twice your size.
Man, that don't mean nothing. I'm about to put my moves on.
Boy, sit down.
But look, I'm about to get them boys. You better tell her, Josh.
He wasn't backing down. In fact, they looked a little scared.
I knew they were scared. I'm finna put some of their little naturals, but that's what's up.
Now look at the example you set for Josh right now.
Yeah, don't let nobody run over you, boy. You heard me?
Yes, sir. You know he's a man.
Right. I'm teaching him something that his daddy ain't.
David! Josh, don't have any papers off the bed, please.
I'm sure.
Ooh, today was nothing but crisis after crisis. You know, your girl worked that Madison magic, you know, everything is fine.
That's fine, Simone, but we got our own little crisis going on right here.
Yeah, that's good. Listen, Sidney asked me out to lunch today. Now, usually he's all about business, but today's like he was spilling me out, like we were old friends. Oh, and a new promotion? Happy here, girls. Gotta watch.
David almost got in here, Josh in the middle of his mess.
What happened?
Ain't nothing happened. No, she just making a big deal out of nothing.
I think she did. Right, like I was see the same back.
Girl.
Come on, Simone, this is serious. Somebody could have gotten hurt.
But they didn't, Jamie. They didn't. So chill. With all the praying you do, what could happen here?
I mean, you can stand and say a prayer to yourself at church.
Baby, I start praying when I went up on something I can't do.
Simone, I want to pray that you don't run with those things.
No, I must be praying. I know it because right about now I'm ghosted.
Come on.
Pastor Gilmore.
Morning. Look like you're on your way out.
Yes, I have an early morning. I don't think Janie made any coffee. Mama, Pastor Gilmore is here.
I'm good. I haven't seen you at church lately. I know your mother's illness has been tough on you and your family, but
Pastor Gilmore, listen, you do not have to struggle with political or correctness with me. No, I have not been to church, and no, I don't plan on coming to church.
well, Simone, it is not unusual for a person to suffer a faith crisis on a major life event.
Oh,
By yourself.
I'm not having a faith crisis, Quentin. I don't have faith, except for in me.
You had faith before your mama got sick. I know you feel like we the church have let you down, but
Sir, listen, you preach and teach of a God who is with us always, of a God who can do anything, of a God who never fails. Well, he failed this time, an epic fail.
sister, what I hope I teach is that while God is all powerful, he does things in his own way, in his own time.
Okay.
And though we may not understand, God doesn't make mistakes.
Okay. Well, I'll let you keep believing that. But for me, if your God can't be there when I need him, I don't need him. Excuse me. I gotta get to work. Toodles. Y'all have a blessed day.
I'm sorry, Quentin. I mean, I tried to,
You can't fix this. This is her fight.
I tried talking to her. But she shuts down as soon as I mention about the Bible or the church. I mean, she thinks I'm just more crazy than before from going back to church. Well, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting you, but you can have a seat.
Thank you very much, man. I didn't see you at church on yesterday, so I decided to stop by. I hope it's not too early. Are you? Is everything all right?
No, well, David got stopped again. I mean, Tim Brady was on duty. And I mean, this is the only reason why he didn't go to jail. I mean, he brought him home.
That's a blessing. Usually David is carrying his medicine.
Yeah, well, this time it was the alcohol. He goes in alone for a while, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. I mean, he thinks everything and everybody is against him. He used to be so happy and fun-loving, but now, at times, to tell you the truth, he scares me.
So war changes a person. We did, 2 tours in the Middle East?
Yes, he did.
Sometimes military folk come back with spoils that we can't see.
Yeah, but it's not always the fighting. At times he just sits and stares for hours. I mean, tears rolling down his face. I mean, but he never said a word. Janie said a couple weeks ago that he was just like that, except he had a gun in his lap. I mean, scared her to death, took Josh and left.
I knew he had issues, but I didn't know it was this bad. He may need to see some counseling. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but it seems like he suffered from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
You know what, Pastor? I don't know much about that, but I will look into it.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about something else. That's why I really stopped by. I felt some kind of way about your situation.
You know what? I don't think that you could have done anything about it, Quentin.
I know, sister, but it was like a flashback.
Flashback?
You remember I lost my brother Nathan?
Oh, yeah, I remember. Oh, my God, such a terrible accident.
It wasn't an accident. They killed himself.
Oh, no, I mean, I didn't know that.
No one did. Gina, his wife, and I decided it would be best if our mother and the kids thought that it was an accident. I mean, mother was dealing with a second bout with cancer, and I couldn't do that to her.
You know what, Pastor? I understand that. But the worst thing in the world is to have to bury your child.
That's why I should have seen the change in you. I should have recognized the sign.
There are doctors who have studied for years who missed the signs.
They talked to me several times before he passed. He told me he had issues. I told him to pray about it.
You know what? I'm afraid that a lot of church folks are guilty of that.
Gina said that he was having mood swings,
Mood swings.
doing drugs. So when he said he was hallucinating and hearing voices, I just thought he was
So
high.
they didn't get him no help? Counseling? Nothing?
No, ma'am. He was afraid to get his job, found out that he would lose his career. He worked too hard to let that happen.
So you're telling me that his job, they couldn't tell that there was something wrong?
No, ma'am. He started missing work, disappearing all days at a time. I mean, one night he got so mad he beat Gina so bad she had to be hospitalized.
Oh, my Lord.
Gina told the police that she was attacked. She didn't want Nate to get in any trouble. It seemed like the more I prayed about it, the worse things got. Then 3 months later, I get the call. The police report said the Nate was driving and lost control of the car, but he didn't. He left Gina a note saying that he was afraid of hurting her and the kids.
You know what, Pastor? There is still so much stigma about mental illness.
But as a pastor, I should have recognized the signs, at least to some extent. That's why I feel like I failed you.
You know what, Pastor? I don't know. But I don't think that anyone can have stopped what happened. But I do think that you need to forgive yourself about your brother. Because saving the rest of the world won't bring him back.
Back then, on some level, I thought that being a pastor, not just his brother, was good enough to save him. I thought that I was so close to God to stop it.
You know what, Pastor? Life teaches us that sometimes that we can't pray our way out of. We have to pray our way through.
And look at him. The members ministering to the members.
That's right.
Every pastor need a member like you.
Amen.
I'll talk to you
Amen.
soon, all right?
Okay, Pastor. Nice seeing you.
Yes, ma'am.
Just make sure you lock that door.
Will do.
Oh, how you starting? I wasn't expecting you.
Sorry for just stopping by like this.
Oh, it's no problem. You know that. Did you ever call? Did I ever tell someone you called? Did she call you back?
No, she didn't, which is why I'm here.
Okay, well, I gotta head out. I'm with Pastor and I gotta go pick up Josh.
I'll wait, if you don't mind.
Oh, that's not what I mean. You can stay. It's just Simone works some crazy hours. I really never know when she get back.
Okay, I don't mind. I really need to talk to her. It's important.
Okay, well, get comfortable and I gotta go. Good luck. Oh, man.
Hey, what you doing here?
I mean, I can't get you to return any of my phone calls, text messages, or emails.
I've been busy. I have a very important project coming up, and
Wait, more important than our daughter?
what's wrong with Raina?
You tell me. You're the one that picked her up from school because she was sick.
Okay, that was nothing. I just want to take her for a ride in my new car.
And what? Your car don't run out at 4 o'clock when school is out? She missed a test because of your foolishness.
Sorry, that's her best subject. She can smoke that in her sleep.
She wasn't supposed to smoke it in her sleep. She was supposed to take it during 6th period. But instead, she's out shopping and joyriding with you.
Okay, she's on the honor roll. Missing what class is it going to change that? And wait, why are we having this discussion?
Because we are her parents,
Okay.
Simone. We're supposed to be co-parenting her. How are we going to do that if we're on opposite sides about what's best for her?
How are we at odds, Sterling, if you want what's best for her and I want what's best for her?
What's best for her is for her to have structure,
She does.
boundaries,
Okay.
and consistency in her life.
Okay.
Isn't that what we agreed on when she decided to live with me?
Hold on. Don't come here acting like you father wisdom. She chose to live with you because I was always busy working long hours, traveling, and she needed someone around.
Yes, she needed a parent.
And what am I? And those checks I send every month, they go a long way towards making parenting easier.
This, our divorce, rent support, was never about money, Simone.
Okay, so then what did you have to pay support for?
I never asked you to pay support. I thought you knew the type of man that I am. If I couldn't support a child, I never would have had one. And what were you thinking giving her $5,000? She's 17, for God's sake.
So I can't give my daughter a gift?
$5,000? No.
I think you may be a little confused in the roles here, because...
Wait, I'm not confused at all. I'm the custodial parent.
Oh, really? What does that make me? Because the last time I checked, it took a 2-part
A
process.
sperm and an egg. The real work begins after childbirth.
Sterling, you better get out of my face. I don't have time for this. I don't. I really, really don't.
Okay. I'm sorry. But you got to see, Simone. Giving her that money made absolutely no sense.
Why? Because you didn't give it to her?
Simone, I'm not in competition with you for the love of our daughter.
You must be in competition with something.
No,
because...
what I am is angry
For what?
and concerned about how you are manipulating Raina.
Manipulate.
Expensive gifts, money, calling all hours of the night, disturbing her sleep.
So now I can't give my child a gift or call her?
Not at 3 o'clock in the morning, no. And $5,000, Simone, $5,000. It's not her birthday, it's not Christmas or graduation. Why?
So now I need a special occasion just to show my child that I love her.
Money don't show folks that you love them, Simone.
You know who said that, Sterling? people who don't have money.
You know what? I refuse to get sucked into this gravitational pull of your madness. Not today. The issue.
Okay, we're having technical difficulties here. We're going to come back in just 1 second. Just give us 1 minute. It happens. It happens. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Her money. And as a decision maker in my home, I'm going to do what I feel is in the best interest of Raina. And that's taking that money, which is her money, and putting it into that savings account until I can come up with a sensible spending plan for a 17-year-old girl.
See, Sterling, that's why I left you. So small-minded, no backbone, scared to do anything.
Simone, you left me because you wanted to prove you didn't need a man.
Well,
And I let you leave because I will always be a man.
so you really gonna make me look like a fool for giving my child just a little spending money? Really? Is that what we really doing?
Simone, there's so many things in life way more valuable than money. If you want to make a difference in her life, instead of giving us some spending cash, spend time with her.
I just took a ride in my car.
Simone, with all that money you're making right now, I'm gonna need you to go buy some sense.
Bye, Sterling. Thank you for coming over, Sterling. About a new lock, Sterling. Oh, what I tell you. Lord, I don't know what's going on with my family, but I know you do. Please don't let me be a stumbling block. Are you taking your medication? I'm fine. I wasn't talking to myself. I was praying. Oh, might be better if you talk to yourself. Something wrong. You know, I know that all this stuff has caused you to doubt God. I don't doubt your mama. I just don't believe it. So no, don't Simone me. It is what it is. You spent your whole life falling all over the altar. And what does that got to mean? You know what, Simone? I can't explain why God allows some things to happen, but I do believe that He has a master's plan. Well, you keep believing that. You know, I know that you have been under a lot of stress with this new position, and things around here haven't been so ideal, but I pray that... Please, no. I'm sorry? Don't pray for me. I don't need it. Everybody needs prayer, Simone. Even people that don't believe in God needs prayer. Not me. No, you should. No, you, Mama. These are your beliefs. And even though I may not understand them, I don't say much, but they're yours. So don't come pushing that holy roller stuff on me. Not anymore. Oh, Simone. I mean, baby, you used to be so active in church. You was part of the women's group, the choir, the mission. Baby, God wants to restore your relationship. If you was just sick here and... Mom, listen. I saw God when Daddy got killed. I saw God when my marriage was falling apart. I saw God when my child decided to go live with her father instead of me. I saw God that after I spent years in school, I couldn't even buy a job. Well, baby, God's timing is not ours. And I sought God. I prayed and I fasted for Him not to let you lose your mind. And nothing.
Well, now I am done seeking your God. And you say he wants to restore our relationship? Well, next time you talk to him, tell him he better come looking for me. Because I sure as hell ain't looking for him.
Well, here we are. And we thought we were going to be able to, hold on, we're having problems here. Again. Okay, looks like we're back. We had a few hiccups here tonight, but that's okay. What we're going to do, we were going to have we did interviews with the cast members and their take on their characters and also their take on mental illness, but we can't seem to have them queued up tonight. So for next week's episode, if you stick with us a little longer, when it's over, we're going to go ahead and we're going to play some of the interviews that we did with the cast and their take on mental illness and how mental illnesses maybe affected them in their lives. So next week, make sure you stay tuned. Take notes. We're still saying if you think you need help, there is nothing wrong with seeking help. Nothing. If you break your leg, you go to a doctor. Otherwise, you'll limp the rest of your life. So if you have other problems, you go take care of those. That's just the way it works. So we want to thank you all for participating and watching tonight. Tell your friends we'll be back next week. Not next week, I'm sorry. We'll be back on the, let me do my math, 21st. We'll be back on the 21st at 6 Central, 7 Eastern, with a new episode of No Ordinary Days. And we're going to also, on the tail end, talk to the cast members and see what they feel about mental illness, what they feel about the play and the roles that they played. Because as quiet as it's kept, and it's not that quiet, there have been numerous studies. And those studies say that 1 in every 5 people have some form of mental illness. 1 in 5. So if you're in a room with your family, you may want to look around. Or maybe you don't need to. But whatever it is, if there's some help that's needed, there are resources available. We'll be posting that on our website, on our Facebook page. Our website is just about up. It'll be up soon, J.W. Hill Productions and also Jeanette Hill. But in the meantime, we want you to stay safe out there. We love that you're staying in with us. Let us know what you think. We're going to have some new things coming up. We have several new projects that are getting ready to hit the ground. And for the time being, please be safe out there. I hope you've had a wonderful holiday weekend. And for those of you that know me and you've already lit the grill up, save the grill plate, save me a plate. I can do a drive-by. Okay, so let me know that you did that. So whatever it is that you're doing this week, continue to do it. Make sure that you find something that makes you happy and then do it twice. If you get a chance, go over to J.W. Hill Productions YouTube channel and subscribe. Until then, we'll see you the next time. You take care, and we're thanking God for you. Thank you.